I'm fully vaccinated, okay, until I realized the COVID vaccines were harmful. Then I started looking into it, and I found out that the whole darn thing is just causing enormous amounts of problems. And I have cancer, and I have diabetes, and I have some other health conditions that I attribute to my being fully vaccinated. Essentially, the medical community did this to me. It didn't have to happen. The people who don't get any vaccines at all are far, far healthier than the people who, like me, who got the whole series because we trusted the medical community. This thing needs to come out, and I'm very upset that to this day they have obfuscated it and that they refuse to come to the debate table. I mean, like, I would offer these people a lot of money to have a debate. I assembled a team of people who are experts in autism, for example, and I said, hey, I will pay people to come and debate this team. And I got no takers. Nobody wants to debate this because they know that they would lose in a public debate where the public gets a chance to hear from both sides. And so the defense is basically, don't show up at the debate and make sure the mainstream media never talks about this issue at all, and keep it hidden from the American people. Keep referring to this paper by this guy and these guys, and I think it was I think it's Sweden, that did a very poor study that was done, and basically says, well, we don't see a signal here. Well, science doesn't work that way. You can't prove that there's no link if you don't find a signal, right? That is not proof that it doesn't exist. It's just proof that your study was insufficient to find a signal because you gamed the study and you used bad data. So there are, in fact, more studies showing the link between vaccines and autism than there are studies that show the opposite. So if you're, just on a pure numbers point of view, it's there. But, the medical community refuses to have a debate about this. And Bobby Kennedy's been trying to get a debate on autism for 20 years, and nobody will debate him. He got an attorney to debate him, but that's not debating someone who knows the science. And Alan Dershowitz badly lost that debate with Bobby Kennedy. And of course, since then, nobody wanted to debate Kennedy. Peter Hotez was offered millions of dollars to debate Kennedy, and Hotez turned it down. How does somebody turn down millions of dollars to have a debate on something like that? And Peter Hotez responded saying, well, I'll do it for $100 million. Really? $100 million just to have a discussion. That's not the way science works, and that's not the way scientists work. Real scientists don't fear a debate. Real scientists want to have a debate because real scientists are always interested in covering the truth. That's what science is about. It's a search for truth. And so Peter Hotez running from these debates is unconscionable. I mean, he should be, and he is put up on this pedestal as this authority when in fact he's just the opposite. And if he is so confident that he's right, then he should show the world that Bobby Kennedy doesn't know what he's talking about by debating him, instead of letting the world wonder who's telling the truth. And I can tell you that Bobby Kennedy's has an encyclopedia. He's got this, I think he's got this photographic memory for facts. And so nobody wants to challenge him. And he's right. And some of these statistics are truly stunning, especially with respect to autism. Like the control group study had, it was a rate of 2% or 2.6% autism rate versus 0 in the control group study. So this is like just an incredible difference. 0 versus, it's like 1 in 33 kids or so, or 35 kids is the stat from the CDC, slightly higher than the 2.6 I quoted, which was an earlier statistic. And the other thing is, I know of a medical practice in the United States, and they have vaccinated kids and they have unvaccinated kids, and they have actually a pretty large number of unvaccinated kids. And and the numbers are huge. Thousands of unvaccinated kids to look at, and they've had 0 cases of autism in 25 years in the fully unvaccinated kids. 0 cases of autism. That means autism isn't caused by environmental factors. If autism were caused by environmental factors or from birth, they would be seeing cases of autism. But they've got thousands and thousands and thousands of kids with no autism. CDC's not investigating, of course, because they would find that the reason is because they don't have vaccines. The same thing as in a control group study. And I did my own survey of parents, and I found that the more vaccines the kids got, the more likely they are to have autism, the more likely they are to have ADHD, autoimmune diseases. The odds ratio on autoimmune diseases was 25. I mean, that is extraordinary. So that means that basically all of the cases of autoimmune disease, if you have a peanut butter allergy and all that, it's all coming from the vaccines. And nobody's talking about this because nobody wants to have a debate on their side. So they just mischaracterize us as misinformation spreaders, when in fact, they're the ones that are declining to have a public discussion about what the data shows. And look, if my surveys are wrong, then let's co-design a survey that you think is valid, and let's go run that. But nobody wants to run the survey. They all want to rely on studies that were done using databases where all the data is kept hidden from the public. And I'm all about transparency. Let's go survey people. We can find out who's telling the truth. And every time you do those surveys, every time people have run these surveys, they found that the people who are fully unvaccinated are way, way, way better off. I mean, for heart disease, it's like 50% of Americans have, over a certain age, have signs of heart disease, and whereas it's 0. It's close to 0 for the unvaccinated. I mean, it is. These implications are huge, and nobody's talking about them.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever. Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long, and the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street, and I learned this: the biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.